Welcome back. We are here to play the second part of The King is Dead, a role-playing game by the Bakers. We had a very exciting first part earlier, and House Antyre has lost Cyril, but I think there's going to be somebody new coming to take their place. So this will be interesting to see. Unfortunately, we are not going to be joined by Torval's player. Guy had to take care of something, so we're going to be plugging on without that particular character. So we'll see how this works without a representative of House Dillstone. Um, yeah, I mean, like we'll just continue onward and see what we want to do. It's going to be Tiest's turn to figure out what game he wants to play for the next game, and you have your choice of all the things, literally, and then you probably could even replay one of the other games that we had done last time as well, like especially like Intrigue and Muster, because that's something that could definitely affect things for our houses going forward too, if you wanted to.
I
So
and I was absolutely thinking about that until I thought, actually, why don't we do something a little bit new?
okay.
That will unfortunately probably not work out for me at all. But I'm thinking a trial by contest with
Ooh.
the new representative of House Antyre, because we've got uh, accusations being thrown around of stealing secrets and all this sort of stuff. So uh yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that might be a good bit of drama.
Yeah. Um, Before we do that, though, Stephen, do you want to introduce your new representative of the House Antier?
Sure, I am playing Agata. Look, my cousin was very interested in playing nice and diplomatic with the houses. There is a war coming though. Agata is aware of that.
Is she, she, her, or
Yeah,
she them?
she.
Okay. Is she looking forward to that, or is she kind of like, oh, did he do something to cause
No,
part of it?
no, I'm not saying that he caused it. I'm
Mhm.
saying that she knows it's coming.
Okay. So basically, it was in the wind, basically. So
Yeah.
she sensed it. Okay. Um, but is she looking forward to it? Is like is my question in terms of her mood, like as she's coming into this
I think she's
meeting or
confident.
okay, okay, cool, alrighty. And what are your attractive qualities?
Well, as we said, my attractive qualities are brash, handsome, resourceful, gracious, and thoughtful.
Okay, so going to be a lot to deal with for Agatha. So yeah, this will be fun. All right, so going over to trials by what did you say? Trials by combat? Okay,
Contest, yeah, yeah.
trials by contest. Okay, alrighty. So House Sandoreale has spoken. Go ahead and set it up.
Yes. So definitely um and Antier stole some private correspondence, right? And
Yeah,
that's why Cyril ended up being killed. Yeah. And
yeah.
uh and so we so I would be accusing House Antier of spying on us, which is like that's no good. Um but I wonder if House Antier is also making accusations against us around maybe what the contents of those letters are.
Sure, that could work.
Yeah. So we need to, you and I need to agree the nature of our dispute, right? How the trial came about, and which one of us will undertake the first contest. So do you think that uh do do you think I've come and accused you of spying, or do you think you've come and accused us of betraying Dillastone, with House Oake or something like
Yeah, I think the core thing is conspiring with House Oak. But I think because like we our houses are in like even though we still continue to meet and have these let even though we like I think the default is that our houses are in like a de facto like kind of state of fighting each other, right?
that? Yeah, not openly, right? Okay,
I
so
thought it
then
was
I think
basically
so what it sounds to me like is you're accusing me, my house, of conspiring with House Oake, and I'm my reaction to that is that you are trying to foment um uh conflict with my house against all the others by painting me as a traitor to the country, and
oh,
that's what we're fighting over.
both those
who's
things can be
who's
true.
who's true, right?
Yeah, and both those things can be true.
Yeah, yeah. But by the end of the trial by contest, only one will be true. Okay, so that's the topic. I might actually just write it down. Okay, so we flip a card face up from the deck. This is the reward for endurance. So I will grab a card, and there it is. It's not a terrible card. 10 of clubs, whatever that's called.
Well, it's not a face card, which I think is the only thing that matters in the late end
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Which one of you will undertake the first contest?
I think I'm being accused.
Okay.
So should I take the first contest?
How do you feel? How do you feel about that, Antyre?
That works for me. I'm still grokking how this one works.
Okay.
I'm just following the lines, right? I haven't
Yeah,
got
yeah.
any further.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to make it as like here's the following path as clear
Yeah.
as possible. Okay. So the card flipped up is a 10 of clubs.
Well,
All
the,
right.
the first thing we need to ask is ask each other, how do you look to me?
Mm-hmm.
What's your mood?
Yeah.
I will answer first. I look um I look a bit peeved, right? That my uh dedication to this country is being questioned whatsoever.
Sure. I want to say I look good. I'm wearing some like um wolf fur and I have a really real Butch Queen vibe going, I guess is the kind of look I'm imagining. Um Big muscly lady, wolf fur and a an attractive grin. I'm gracious after all. And I like I said, I guess I'm feeling confident, or I guess I'm feeling what would this mood be? I feel like I want to break something, and hopefully it will be you.
Um, I think, like, in contrast to that, I think that Martin is looking. I mean, he's looking his usual very sharply dressed self, but next to maybe your strength, he looks slight, right? Um, very very immaculate hair and face and clothes and so on, but not the same sort of formidableness that I think Agate sounds like they look. Okay, cool. During the trials, anyone can ask anyone for details about the setting, etc., etc., etc. Take turns back and forth until the trials end. On your turn, ask your counterpart to admit that you have proved your position and they'll no longer dispute it. If they do admit it...
Where is this happening?
Oh, I think it's probably still at that, or I mean, it's probably later, but it's still at that palace that we had the dance.
Do we want to? Okay. I was wondering if there was like a more, because it sounds like this is. Because it sounds like, is this something where it is a big public thing, or because it sounded like that sounded kind of like a party house, and I'm wondering, like a party manor, and I'm wondering if there's like a more like formal
maybe it's like a windswept cliff top.
Yeah.
Looking out to sea.
Yeah.
And crowds have come to see this trial by contest.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I think because of the nature of the trials, because, you know, as you escalate and go further down the line, I mean, it sounds like you don't necessarily have to pick every one of them, especially if the next person accedes. I think, you know, it's a matter of like something that could be very public, or, you know, it's between the two of you. So
yeah, so I guess that was the question I wanted. Like, how public do you want this to be?
Yeah. Do you want it to be like, you know, several of us, like, you know, kind of like watching, you know, as each of the trials happens, to be witness? Or do you want it to be like a private thing between the two of you, which is, I mean,
yeah,
Agate could just as easily kill you too. So
it's got to be public.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So take turns back and forth. On your turn, ask your counterpart to admit that they've proven their position. If they admit it, they accede and the trials end. If they refuse, choose one. Choose a trial and demand that your counterpart undertake it. After the first player's turn, you must always escalate, so always choose one further down the list. Flip another reward card from the deck. Choose a trial and declare that you will submit yourself to it. Or choose a trial and declare that you'll submit yourself to it. After the first player's turn, you must always escalate, etc., etc. Ace is always high, and they've got the list of things. Ending the trials, whoever met the last challenge, they choose the highest card from the reward cards and add it to their hand. So if you exceed, then you won't get that because you will not have won the last challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think you're accusing, and I said that I would respond. So I'll go first. Is that what we agreed? So on my turn, right? So I'm arguing that you must have planted this evidence, and you know, one of our royal seals had been stolen, you know, a couple of weeks before the night in question, and clearly, you know, that was someone in the, you know, the terrible spying House Antyre who had stolen that and had used it to forge these papers with their horrendous accusations inside them. Do you admit that I have proven my position and that you will no longer dispute it?
So which trial is this? Wait.
Oh, so this is just a very top thing, right?
Okay.
So if you refuse, then we go on. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to refuse at least the first one.
Is he in the trials and... Okay. Yes, I will refuse it. Sure. Yeah.
Excellent. So I will choose a trial and demand that you undertake it. And let's start nice and easy. um, we'll uh, I'll ask you by like trial by oath. So what does this say? Declare the blood-curdling oath that your counterpart must swear to prove their position. If they do, they've met the trial and it's their turn. Otherwise, they must accede. Okay, so the example being you must cross your heart and hope to die, stick a needle in your eye. And I think that the oath will be that the lands of Antyre will be seceded to House Dillastone for 100 years. If you you are proven wrong, are you happy
What must I
to
accede to House Yellowstone?
all of your lands?
All right. I think she nods. I'll accede to that.
Right. So I think over to you, right?
So if they've met the trial, it's their turn. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
must accede. So, and acceding ends all the trials. So yeah, I mean, if you're agreeing to it, then like it's now your turn, Agate. So you would pick a trial like a trial further along to escalate. And just for the recording, while you're looking through those, there's 7 trials, and because of the escalation, um, I mean, unless you want to go through each and every one of them taking turns,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you just have to make sure that you're picking something that can go further down the list for escalation. So, just to let everybody
Yeah.
know what they are. Yeah. Trial by oath, trial by ordeal, trial by feat, trial by ransom, trial by divination, trial by combat, and trial by extremity. Those are the trials.
Sorry, there are just a bunch of things here, and I'm trying to sort through them all.
No, I
Uh,
understand because it's like every trial is different. So, I mean, it requires like different things mechanically with the cards as well as for the narrative. So, I mean, it's a bit of a choice.
yeah, I will say, Eurytus, you are quite confident in your loyalty to House Stillestone. Perhaps you will be willing to commit your armies and wealth to their cause for the remainder of this war. I am asking you to declare the trial by ransom, that you must either discard an ace, you must discard a card from your hand, and if it's an ace or face card, you've met the trial, it's their turn, or it's a rank card and you only make meager ransom and the trial and you must accede embarrassed.
Um, uh, our but of course, our armies are already sworn to House Dillastone. Oops, I didn't know. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so that goes into the discard.
Oh, we haven't. What we did miss though was, I think, we flip another reward card from the deck.
Yes.
Oh, is that the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
each
that
time that
so
you do a trial, you're supposed to flip a reward card. So this way you get a chance. Whoever wins the trials or whatever gets to pick the highest reward card from that pull, from those pulls. Unless the trial says it's like nobody wins, in which case nobody gets to pick anything, which sucks. So anyway,
like the trial by combat.
yeah. So anyway,
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so you only have to choose between trial by divination, trial by combat, or trial by extremity
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
left to escalate.
Well, uh, I think, I think that, to be honest, that the gods will probably decide this contest. Well, actually, have I proven to you that? I mean, I'm supposed to say, um,
No, no, you
no,
haven't.
okay. Well, I mean, this is all my armies. What? Fine. In which case, I guess we'll need the gods to demonstrate for us who is in the right here.
Which at this
Um,
point we have both like if you win, we have both kneecapped ourselves. If I win, only you have kneecapped yourself.
yeah. So, trial by divination, demand that your counterpart submit themselves to a priest or priestess to divine the truth of their position. I'm interested to know which priest or priestess, because your predecessor was a was interested in whatever religion that the Luneste follow. Um,
Yes, my
you
cousin was always interested in those strange gods, but while I respect the dark and alien power they wield, I will call upon the seers of the burning god. I'm gracious, so I can't straight up insult their strange alien squid gods, but
I think that Eurogis is a little impressed by that, right? Being, we're all somewhat holy around here. And yes, and invites you to meet with a priest of their gods. You flip a card from the deck, and it says here. So we have. I think we're agreeing we have the same gods, which
oh
means
no,
that
I was calling upon my gods.
oh, you're calling it so not my gods. All right, then I'm not impressed. I thought you were saying, yeah, we got
The
the
burning god
well,
is my is or art is yeah,
Antier's
my
god,
god.
yeah.
Yeah.
yep, okay. In which case, you can flip and it will be a spade, club, or heart, I suppose.
Yep. Let's see if this works out. Okay.
Club, their own
Oh,
gods, yep. So Antier's gods. The gods
So
pronounce
if
in
you
their
made
favor.
them call oh, okay, you did not make me call upon your gods
I
then.
see.
Um,
The gods pronounce in their favor, and they've met the trial. It's their turn.
yep.
So, yep. Oh man, only combat and extremity
Yeah,
left.
I
Oh
did
no.
mention this wasn't going to go well for me, but anyway.
It's like no. Sorry.
Oh wait, and
So
wait, when we
so
flip, what do we do with the flipped card? Does it just stay there or does it go into discard?
oh no, we're going to discard, wouldn't
Yeah, I would imagine it goes into
Yeah.
discard,
Okay.
so it doesn't count as a reward or anything like that. So, yeah,
Okay.
just discard it.
it? All right.
Okay. I
You
will.
should.
No, it's my turn.
It is your turn. You should start though with the ask your counterpart to admit that they've
Oh yeah.
your
Are
position.
you going to accede? Because there are two outcomes here.
Uh,
It's either going to be combat or torture.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
So are you acceding?
I'm
Oh,
not.
and do we flip a new card for here?
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
Is that the seven was the card I flipped, right?
Correct. So you
Okay.
flip a new card for the reward card. Yep. There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
I will. I will not exceed.
Okay.
These lies are these lies are frivolous.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask. The gods have already spoken. They have
Your gods.
yes, the gods. um, have spoken. I have been willing to place myself in the hands of fate. Are you Euregus? I'm asking you to do trial by extremity, and you can, with no loss or face of honor, insist upon trial by combat instead.
Uh, I will demonstrate my mettle and my fortitude by uh, surviving this trial by extremity to show exactly how loyal House Sandoreale is to, and I've forgotten the name of the land that we live in. The name of the land that we live in.
Benty.
Bantive.
And he,
Okay, so you need to pick one of those.
yeah. Oh right. Oh yeah, I pick it. Okay. Uh,
You want to go ahead and
I
read them out loud just so
yeah, okay, yep. I submit myself willingly to torture to make myself an example to all who follow me. My enemies send an assassin to murder me to shut me up. My enemies march on me to imprison me, to force me by torture to recant. Uh, I'm to be imprisoned by my own house as a dangerous radical and tortured into silence. My followers push me into an absurd and doomed demonstration, and in the aftermath, I'll surely fall into my enemy's hands.
And so,
I'm
yeah, and some of these I imagine are not happening. Like we are zooming out for some of
oh
these.
yeah.
yeah. I'm choosing three. My enemies march on me to imprison me, to force me by torture to recant.
Yeah, you got
Uh,
no armies anymore.
my enemies. I do have armies. It's just
No,
that they're
you
sworn to
you
the king, and they've
you've
always
given them
been
to the
sworn to the
king.
king.
Well, I
Um,
mean, who's the Sandoreale's enemies then? I mean, like, who's marching on them to imprison
Yeah, we'll
Martin?
march on you.
yeah,
This
yeah.
was we'll say this was a ploy. We like while all this has been happening, we've been cutting to the armies of House Antyre getting
Oh,
ready to storm the recently taken fortress where Euregus is staying, believing that that is now their new stronghold.
oh.
Hull, where we make much better wine than the former owners. Um, Doodaloo, do you exceed after all? No, I'm getting in there. If they refuse to exceed, they flip a card on the deck, and we all know how this is going to go. So let's see.
Let's
Uh,
see.
Boom, diamonds.
Diamond.
Wow.
Oh shit!
The
Read it off.
worst option.
Read it off.
Yes, yeah. Uh, you can't endure such suffering, and your faith breaks. You choose whether I choose whether I live or die in the ordeal, but either way, I must exceed and the trials end. So you
So
managed to
you
torture
found
me.
yourself on the wrong end of the siege now. Like you just laid siege to this castle like a couple months ago, and now you are the one trapped inside.
Well, but it was so you guys. This I'm seeing it slightly differently, and we can work it out, right? Um,
Go ahead.
my enemies, you, march on me to imprison me, to force me by torture to recant, right? So when you march on me, not House Sandoreale, because
Yeah.
this is a trial by combat for trial for me, I will come out and meet you,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna ask because like you are now on that wrong side of the that's what I meant. That now that was gonna give you that choice of what happens
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And you then torture me until I exceed. And everyone knows that the only way that you were able to get me to admit to that to admit that you that we were colluding with Oak or whatever was by torturing me to death.
Martin. again? Sorry.
Well, no, no, no. I wanna clarify this because a club or heart would mean that you hold your position to the very end, and the
Yeah,
trials end with neither of us winning. This was a diamond, so like I come out like I feel like I just feel like that's like the club or heart ending is what you just described.
okay, all right.
Yeah, but I mean, Martin gets to choose whether they live or die in the ordeal.
Yeah, I know, but I guess like the death here sounded like the clever heart death, where like we are not viewed as the victors here.
Mm.
Like what because what you were
I
describing was like, oh yeah, I admit it, but nobody really believes that it's the case.
yeah,
Right.
fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. Uh, yeah, okay.
Like I think that the accepted thing is that like, oh yes, that terrible traitor, Euregius, admitted his guilt. Even like from modern perspectives, yes, obviously. But I just feel like I just wanted to clarify it based on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
result
sure.
of the card here. Yeah.
Yep, yep. No, fair.
I mean,
Uh,
do you think that Martin still, dies in the ordeal though? That's my question for going
Yes.
forward.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Do we have a
So
new
let's
representative of Sandoreale?
yeah. We'll have to do
Yes.
it.
Ooh, wow.
okay.
Okay. Amazing. Oh,
So
wow.
let's see. Let's see. I need to discard down. I'm gonna discard that one. Oh, I guess I can pull them in my hand just so you don't know what I'm discarding. I'll discard that one. And wait, hang on. Are those the two? Uh, actually, I'll discard that one and that one. Okay. I claim the cards. I'm ready to go. Whose turn is next?
Oh, go on. That would be David.
Okay. I guess I had a question. Do we know who killed Cyril?
I think that that was like a accepted thing because like it happened in the middle of the castle.
Yeah,
Like I think that Warwick's thing was, well, yeah, I killed Cyril because he pulled a blade on me and we got into like when I chased him down.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically where Warwick had, seen him with stuff, and like the correspondence and everything like that. Didn't have it on their person like when uh when Warwick killed them, but, you know, Warwick of course made a convenient story of like why. It's like it's more of a self-defense kind of thing rather than a like I did it because yeah, there was like some collusion with another house. Whatever. But yeah.
yeah. Um, Also, my failure at the trial by contest does implicate House Oak as well.
Right. Right. Yeah. So that could make things difficult for later, but that's fine. That's why we do this. So, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So basically, yes, we're aware of Cyril's death at the hands of
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
think we're all aware of that.
okay.
That was
Yes.
what the
Okay.
whole last thing was about.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I feel like I would take that kind of personally because Cyril was the one character, despite my laughing at their dancing. They were kind of the one character who had um not just sympathies, they had converted to House Luneste's religion. And I would take it probably personally if they were killed, like in a fight or a murder, that kind of thing. So I think that I have kind of a personal grudge against Warwick. Not necessarily House Oak, but Warwick specifically. Um, so I'm thinking about how I would um convey that in this. Um,
Do you think you'd meet me sword to sword, try to meet me sword to sword, or would you try to have an animated disagreement, or I don't know. Yeah. Or do we go to war? No. It's like too soon. That could be everybody.
hmm
Yeah. Um, yeah. What do you think? Like, and again, you can always play the games that we've already played, like, more than once. So that is not a problem.
Right. I mean, just I don't know if I'm doing this, but with intrigue and muster, do you pick anyone other than your own house, or
You
how does
have to
that
pick.
work?
You have to pick another house other than your own. You are
Yeah.
not. Yeah, you are not like your house, right?
This
Because
is
like,
this is kind of what's happening in the big picture. Like
yes,
we're not doing that.
right.
Okay,
But
so it's
it's kind of
happening just yeah.
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 But it is a good
Uh,
way. Like if you know certain houses have two aces in their hands, it's a good way of getting some cards
Yes.
out of their hand.
For sure, sure. Yeah, absolutely. So mechanically, it's like you can really mess things up royally, literally,
right,
if
right.
you do that. But it's also great for narrative flow because it just blows things up and then creates a plot twist. So
Gotcha. Okay.
you just have to pick a house different from your own for sure.
Hmm.
I know it's hard to choose.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Where did the
Um,
three diamond that's sitting out here come from? Oh,
um,
that was the old card, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like discard
Mhm.
that.
I mean, it actually fits that it was the diamond and it was a three because it's like what an outcome. It's like, oh, it's terrible.
I mean, for your Regis,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
for,
It's
for
like a
my
terrible.
house, that was the best outcome.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, I'm just saying for poor Martin, I'm like, no, low card diamond. Damn it. Okay. Anyway,
so I had a thought. I'm looking at animated disagreement,
yeah.
and it looks like basically we are essentially holding a debate where one of us will answer a prompt, and then onlookers award points to whoever they think
Yes.
gave the best answer.
Yeah, exactly. The audience conducts a disagreement and issues us as the combatants
Gotcha.
challenges. Yeah.
That one's interesting to me, but it does occur that we have an even number of onlookers, and so ties are kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's
I
a little
think
tough.
I think there's probably something in there about ties.
Cut them off at
In
once
a
and award
tie,
all
both are
points.
considered to be losers.
Oh, there we go.
Although if
Hmm.
the challenge is that the winner gets something, because it can be that you just decide that the stakes here are that the winner gets something.
Yeah.
And if you're both losers, you don't lose anything. But if you are both loser, if you do choose the loser thing, then if there's a tie, you'd both have to discard your highest card.
Mm-hmm. You just have to
Okay.
survive three challenges.
Right. Yeah, so I was thinking we could do animated disagreement, intrigue and muster, I think also makes sense, even though it's not really me doing something. Um, outside of that, I don't see like I don't want to be violent at this point.
Right.
Like,
Um,
let's note, you have armies.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't
your
have to be
people are
you
doing
necessarily.
war,
Hmm.
even if you are not like personally doing fighting. I want to clarify.
Yeah.
Are there any options that would essentially be the deployment of an army that isn't like me personally coming after you with a sword?
The war, war is one,
Yeah, right.
and we've actually and it's basically like war is choose one of the other players to be your enemy in the field. Decide how this war came about. Yeah, so that one is literally like where you're like playing war with your armies and such, um, and the others would also conduct it for us. Like we would go by what they say, and what's on the table for what's at stake or the thing at risk, basically. So that's not necessarily being like individually towards me, but I mean like it does affect like a big narrative outcome in terms of like who's seeding the field, who's deciding to leave their enemy unopposed, da da da, whatever. So yeah, it's
Is it too early to do that?
I mean it's like it's one of the other players, so it's not like we're all in it necessarily. So I
Although
mean,
we can join if we want to.
yeah, can join if if you want to. I mean, we can have many wars, So I mean, it doesn't have to be just like like Luneste and Oak at war. It could be other people joining in to help the other sides, or it could also be like where we kick off something that could like have repercussions in the future, right? So I mean, like we have another war which could be much bigger, you know, leading into the
Right,
end game. So
right.
yeah, just
I,
again,
I
all these games are pretty much replayable in different combinations except for the end game coronation, because that's our determinant of like who gets the throne. So
gotcha.
yeah.
Well, how about this? I mean, what I'd like to do fictionally
Hmm.
is to issue um some kind of message. It could be diplomatic. I'm willing for it to be violent. That the death of Cyril was unjust, and that there will or and that there are going to be consequences for engaging so brutishly. Um, so I guess that's kind of what I want to do fictionally. So mechanically. Would that be, I mean, I could do it over war. I wouldn't, stake my whole kingdom on it, but it would be perhaps like a small skirmish.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um,
We can consider it that way. Let me see. War. Da, 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 da. I mean, like if you look at the places, like you have to go all the way down, unfortunately, because there's a bunch of things.
yeah,
Like
yeah, I see
like
those.
the others would pick either the company that's in trouble, a site, or a stronghold. So if they wanted to keep it a skirmish, it could be between companies. Like they would just pick a company for between the two of us that could be, you know, in trouble, or this is what is at risk right now. It could be something from Luneste, it could be something from Oak, and then we would have to meet challenges or seed.
Let's do that. And I have no idea if this is overkill mechanically or
No,
not, but I
we're the
like
only way to
the
find out.
right. Well, this just seems kind of like a hey, you kill one of my allies, I
Hmm.
take your,
Yeah,
stronghold or whatever it is.
right,
Just
right,
kind
right.
of like a no hard feelings. This is just tit for tat what you do. If
Absolutely.
you sort of a thing. I feel like that makes sense.
Yes.
So, okay, so I am going to pick war.
Okay.
Good times. And I am going to choose one of the other players. I will choose you, Matt,
Yep.
to be my enemy in the field.
Yep.
I think I've described how the war came about.
Oh yeah.
So we each draw a card.
Yep.
And do I immediately discard once I draw it? Because I'm at five.
Yeah, me too. Well, we have to pull it into our hand, I imagine, and then like discard whatever
Hang
we
on.
want to discard.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so yeah, for this one, you are gonna immediately discard your highest card,
Yeah.
reveal it. Well, you're gonna take it, reveal it, and then discard it. and then you draw new cards into your hand for your army, depending on its suit. Um, if you those cards do not until the end of this game, you do not have a hand limit. You're
Right.
allowed to have as many cards in your hand as you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna show off my highest card,
Okay.
and that's gonna determine how many cards that I can pull.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom. All right. Yup. Okay.
So
So
you have a
now,
heart and I have a
all right, I'm gonna discard it, and I'm going to pull 2 cards because that's what I can do, and I can keep them in my hand and have more than enough because we're playing war for my
okay.
army.
And I think I get 3. So I take 3 cards. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, and
And
so we have no
when
hand
yep.
limits.
Yep.
Okay.
When the war's ended
Um,
and over, though, then that's when we discard down to 5
okay.
and such. Okay.
So now we take turns doing bids and vignettes. Who goes first?
The other players conduct the war, so
Oh, you guys.
they would take turns and lead us
Oh.
through the bids and vignettes.
Oh, oh dear. Okay, well.
That's what I mean. It's like, they have the chance of choosing between the company, site, or
Okay.
stronghold. That's the thing at risk.
And do they do that just kind of collaboratively? So Tiest
Yeah,
and
if you
Steven,
want.
you guys just kind of decide. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or yeah, or you two take turns. So between you, Teast, and Steven, I mean, like, decide what's the first thing on the chopping block, basically.
right.
Mm-hmm. Stephen, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I feel like what we were just talking about is it's tit for tat.
Hmm.
What did you say your kind of goal of this war was, Kamissa?
I would like there to be just reprisal for Cyril's death.
Okay.
So that would probably mean like the loss of something that was important um to Warwick. I don't need Warwick's head or anything like that. As a matter of fact, that might be excessive, but um you take Cyril from me, I take this from you, kind of a thing.
Absolutely. That's how it works. We're just using our armies to decide. Yep. Okay.
Right, right.
All right.
Yeah, I guess this seems like their most I think this isn't their stronghold, it's a site. So I think this is sort of more their symbolic strong place, but I think this is where you're going for. I think that there is a march upon Castle Ninetover, 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 the seat of House Oak, now a welcoming country palace. So, how does this muster go?
Yeah. So I mean, like, this
So,
is
yeah, you place your bids, but I'm also curious, like, what does the muster look like? Is this being decided in the field? Is it a siege?
Oh, yeah, just like how does it actually?
mhm.
Yeah.
Um, I was thinking that it would be probably maybe it would be decided in the field outside the castle. I'm just throwing that out there. How does that sound?
That sounds fine. I mean, like, is it is something where you kind of march on Ninetover and then you call me out, or is that like you're actually going to attack Ninetover?
Oh no, I think I would attack it.
Okay, that's fine.
With the goal of capturing it.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Um, okay.
Yeah. All right. So now we bid, and we choose one of our cards, commit it face down, and then we reveal our bid simultaneously.
Okay.
Let's see.
And and if you I
Bidding the
just need
higher.
to double check kind of see how winning and losing works here. So we
The
we
winner
each
gets to decide the fate of the thing that's being bid on.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Um,
Discard your bid cards. And if you have fewer cards in your hand than your enemy has, you can announce you're bidding no card. Your enemy automatically wins the bid, but you must still discard a card from their hand. So your enemy must discard. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So I have put a card out to bid. It's face down.
Give me a second. I'm trying to decide.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. All right.
Okay, so do we reveal now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
I think
Oh,
you win
shit.
that.
What's the ties again?
I think hearts are high in this game. I think
Hearts are higher than spades. Yeah.
you got one higher than me. Yeah.
Okay.
So you win.
Okay. So, yeah, I think you try and attack Ninotavr, but because House Oak in general is prepared for such things, I mean, it's like since we've been bodyguarding and kind of skilled at tactics and stuff like that. I mean, it's a welcoming country palace, but I mean, it had been our seat for a long time, so it still has some defenses. I mean, it's still a defensible place. So I think your little siege on it failed.
This is the most well-fortified country palace I've ever seen.
God dang, yeah. We want to have fun and not worry about it. So anyway, yeah. So let's see what happens when I win. I forget. Discard the bid cards. Okay. Discard the bid cards. Okay.
So then, what? I assume you get to declare something, or you get control here because you won.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I choose the fate of the thing at risk. Okay, great. And then, whomever's turn it is for the non-combatants to decide what's next at risk. Thing at risk: company, site, or stronghold.
So there's a list of fates at line 72.
Okay.
Yeah, and it sounds like
got it.
you tell the fearless indomitability and how
Yes.
its enemy
Couldn't overcome it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we were prepared for this eventuality, even though right now it looks very like welcoming and country palace like. But hey, yeah, we prepared for this from when it was our seat, our house seat. So
So yeah. So I'll continue with the war in a moment after Mads.
And well, yeah, and also the thing mechanically to note here is that you don't get to accede in this game between things at stake.
mhm.
You always like the game only ends when you accede on a thing at stake.
Yeah.
So you are always going to lose at least one battle if you want to exit this game.
Yeah.
Okay. So I honestly was thinking like that would be adequate for me. I'm happy to
No, it goes
aim
on.
for terms of
This
peace,
is
but
not this isn't a battle. This is a war.
okay.
So basically, like on the next one, if you want to bid no card or cede the field, depending on what's the thing at risk, whatever, then you totally can. It just means that you can leave your enemy's army unopposed, and wisely for the mechanics, you might choose this option to preserve the cards in your hand. So that's another reason to kind of cede early if you want to, like if you want to preserve stuff in your hand.
I gotcha.
Because like
Okay.
once you go to war on somebody, you don't just then get to say, "Oh, okay, I'm done."
Somebody's got to cede the field when we're in the middle of the battle. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
was
thinking
looking
of
at row 81 where it says that if you conducting the war have decided to demand an end to it, you can choose terms of peace to be at the thing at risk, but or am I allowed to
Oh, if any combatant has been reduced to one card without ceding the field,
yeah.
like after bidding.
It says,
But,
"Or
but
if
it says
you
or if you,
conduct-"
yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Um,
Terms of peace. Conduct the bid as normal. Instead of choosing from the fates, the player who wins the bid does this. And then, like, we follow
so
that
you can
procedure.
choose to do terms of peace, but this is still like there's still going to be this is a continuation of the war. You're deciding but the terms of peace are going to be the thing at risk here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm inclined to just do that.
Okay. All right. So conduct the bid as normal. So we would still put out a card to bid. Let me
Yeah.
decide. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gods.
we are going to do another cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, just to bid on the terms of peace.
Yeah.
But hold on, let me see.
Oh.
What am I doing? What am I picking? All right. Got it. All right. And turn. Okay. What are we doing? Diamonds higher than...
Oh, you got me by
clubs.
one again.
Okay. Clubs are higher than diamonds. Okay.
What a
All right.
disaster.
Oh, God. Jeez. All right, hold on. Okay, so instead, okay, the player who wins the bid does this. Deal a number of cards from the deck face down equal to the number of players who participated in the war's combatants in total. Okay, so dealing. All right. Decide to whether to look at them privately, reveal them to everyone, or leave them face down. Decide which and how many to award to yourself and your allies, and which and how many to award to your enemy and their allies. Hand the cards around as you've decided. I'm going to leave them private. I'm going to leave them face down. Just like let fate determine what the hell's going on.
You are just getting both of them because you're your only ally.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you just get 2 face down cards, and
Yeah.
and that's that. And I will
then
discard my
discard.
9.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, which one? Yeah, never mind. Okay. And then now that the war is over, then we have to discard down to 5 if we have more than 5.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what happens when the deck empties out?
We would pull from the discard.
Okay.
We would shuffle and pull from the discard pile. All right. I'm down to 5. Okay.
Me too.
Alrighty. Cool.
I think that is it. So that's it then.
That's war.
Okay.
That was a
Hey, what
very
is
quick
it?
war.
Yeah. So what does that look like? Is this just a counterattack that's just overwhelming enough that Kamissa has to like do a hasty surrender?
That sounds fine to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, perhaps you're just really good at quickly deploying like armies and troops, and so you were able to kind of intercept my people on when they were withdrawing.
Yeah.
I also wonder. I mean, you're a foreign power, so how did this army get here, and how was it planning on getting away? Maybe it wasn't planning on getting away. It was
Right.
planning on taking this villa,
To
whatever
seat.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and use that as the
Jumping
best.
off point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think because we know our land very well, and then 2 because my folks, my house is very good at, well, not only guarding, but I mean like also knowing like different pockets and ways of stealth, getting around people and all this kind of stuff. I think you weren't prepared for that because maybe you don't fight that way. So yeah, you were not prepared for the way we skirmish. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds good to me.
yeah. So that's how it turned out. But I think in terms of peace and everything like that, I think I don't know how you feel about House Oake, but I understand if you still have a grudge against me because of Cyril's death. So
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then it is okay. Then Guy, and then back to Stephen. Or actually, it's past the hour, so like you guys want
Yeah.
10 minutes, and then we can,
Yeah, let's
and then
take
you
a
have
break.
time to pick
Cool.
a game.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right. So see you. What game do you want to play?
I think I'm gonna intrigue and muster. When things were going well and House Sandoreale was, looking like they were going to take the throne. They were fine allying with Oak. I think Oak now they've been doing so well. I think you know that I assume you know that general that won the recent battle for House Oak. Um, I think House Sandoreale calls up assassinates her in her own home. Look, they like Sandoreale needs to take the throne, right? They can't let Oak, the servants, like get too many ideas in their heads.
Amazing.
Um, so Sandoreale, pull one random card from House Oak's hand, reveal it and discard it.
Okay. So I'm going to put all my cards on the table. Unfortunately, we can't pull. I don't think I can pull.
Yeah, you can't pull from other people's hands directly.
So, I mean, and I don't think I can pull from guys' hands. I don't think. So one card from my hand. And, like, in this case, it's like go ahead and pull, like, one random card from the deck to represent Dillstone. And then reveal it and discard.
This nothing happens with Dillstone.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you don't take it. You reveal it and then discard it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So that's the one I revealed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. That's my turn.
All right. Oh man. Oh, how the hell am I going to answer this? Scheisse. Well, Martin's dead. So this would be the new representative of Sandoreale, I would imagine.
Alisdair.
Would you like to introduce your new representative of House Sandoreale?
Yeah, this is Alisdair Sandoreale, Martin's younger brother, not the egregious. And so far he is kind.
Okay. Stephen, give him an attractive quality.
You can be beautiful.
David?
I'm bringing musical back.
Okay. That's cool. All right. Let's see. What do I want to say? Kind, beautiful, musical. Wow. I mean, I guess also witty, like your brother. And Stephen last.
I'll go with lighthearted.
Okay. Damn it. Okay.
I know he's a little Disney prince.
Yeah, but oh god, how am I gonna deal with this guy? Scheisse. To explain, like, why, one of my kin has been murdered. Thanks. Have a conversation over food. You know what? Let's see. We didn't do that one yet, did we? No, we haven't. So, just for funsies, let's have a conversation over food. This could be also adversarial. So, I think Warwick will invite Alisdair for maybe a private supper. Yeah, I don't think he invites anybody else. Because this is, I mean, we could just as easily say it was by accident, or was this like, that, I don't know. Warwick is interested to hear how Alisdair is going to spin it. Because, I mean, like, Sandoreale should know better than to mess with anybody from Oak. At least when Martin was around. But, yeah. Maybe they're experiencing some chaos over there in their house, and He's
This was
still,
just an assassination plan of the previous administration, is all. Sorry about
yeah.
that.
No, it's
Like
fine.
Martin, he had been planning on assassinating like all your generals, and I was able to stop most of them.
Yeah. So, anyway, like, so just willing to talk with Alisdair and see what happens. So I think that's what it is. It's like, Warwick will invite Alisdair for a private supper. Won't invite anybody else at the moment. Yeah. And everyone present will draw a card. So, okay.
Oh, actually draw it. On. Do I show it?
It doesn't say that, but it does say take the highest card from your hand and show it. Let's see, which one is this? Okay.
Is
All right.
that publicly shown or just to each other?
Publicly, it says, I think.
Yeah. Notice
I'm
whose card is the
happy
lowest
to
and then
just
pull all the
publicly
cards
show it.
together face down. Yep. Which is going to be hilarious. So it's like, okay. Yeah. Showing. Okay. All right. So now we just note who's got the lowest.
Oh no,
we
they
have-
go into a pile in the middle
Yeah.
now because they're
Yeah.
going to be dealt back.
Yeah. Okay. Face down. Yep. Ace. Okay. Ace is always high. All right. How do you look to me? What's your mood?
Devastated. I look disheveled and like I've rushed over, but of course, absolutely beautiful.
The windswept look. Sure.
Yeah, I can't help it.
Right. Which, I mean, a ghost of a smile will appear on Warwick's face because it's kind of reminiscent of your brother, but I mean, you're not your brother, and it's like they've invited you over to find out what the hell happened to, that you killed one of my kin. Hello, and so I think Warwick will look like relatively formal, like we'll have more of a like not obvious like armored or anything like that. We'll probably have a more formal tunic on, and will look very somber because essentially still in mourning for their kin, and so in all seriousness, we'll gesture to you to sit down and have the meal, and yeah, I mean there's a bit of a hard look in their eye, as they're looking at you. During the meal, anyone can ask any details about the setting, occasion, and circumstances, whether they're present in person or not. Okay, so conducting the conversation. Proceed to take turns with the other players present. The player who showed the lowest card goes first. So that would be you, Alisdair. On your turn, choose one or more of the conversational partners and choose an action. Ask a topical question. Engage in verbatim impromptu conversation. Pass, saying instead something about the food, or leave the conversation to signal that you'll no longer be taking part. If your conversation substantially includes the house of one of the players who isn't present, signal that player. They can choose to contribute the highest card from their hand to the pool now if they want to. And then ending the conversation. If your conversation substantially includes the house of one of the other players present, signal blah blah blah. Choose to contribute the highest card from their hand to the pool. Take the pool of cards, shuffle it, deal it out again. Everyone who contributed a card gets a random card back. Yeah. So, topical questions or the possible topics. I mean, we would just conduct the conversation, but you go first.
Yeah.
So if your highest card is not a face card and they mention you, it's a good idea to add yours to the pool.
Yeah. There's a jack and an ace, so if you can, right. So, I've rushed in. You've asked me to a seat. In my beautiful long hair is just all over the place, and and my buttons aren't done up in the right holes, but it's showing a little bit of my chest there, and so on, and uh and I can't make eye contact with you, and so I just look down, and you've served this extravagant feast, uh and I take a sip of the wine, and I say, this is the latest Tull vintage.
Yes. Yes, it is. I am still a hospitable host, regardless of the nature of issue between attendants. And he just has this, like, look on their face, like, I want to ask you, but, let's try to be, they're going to try to be a little bit more civil first before they go right into it and go, what the hell happened, right? So, I mean, yeah, they're keeping themselves relatively composed at the moment. I hope, well, I am sorry to have heard about Martin's sacrifice.
I continue to look into my glass of wine.
Warwick will fiddle with the base of their glass of wine, kind of moving it around a little bit, like turning it so it kind of sparkles in the light. How is the House Sandoreale these days, Alisdair? Looking directly at you, regardless of whether you meet their eyes or not.
Is this like I need you to come clean about the state of House Sandoreale kind of? Yep,
Yeah.
good. Do I? I think. Yeah. I think I do. Uh, it's it's a mess. My brother was the one who organized everything, and he holds up the glass of wine from Tull. He could do extraordinary things with logistics and people, and you know and the fertility of the land, and with his death, um we're torn apart. Our collusion was um was laid bare when Martin died, for all to see, and we still feel that uh that that between us, between Oak and Sandoreale, that we are the greatest stewards for this land. um I hope that we can find some common ground on that front. Is there any?
Yes. Well, your brother and I have always agreed upon how logistics have worked and organizing things. Yes, your brother was exceptional at such. But it disturbs me that you're saying that your house is now in disorder because of his passing. And now I worry. Is that why, in the chaos of that assassination attempt, or that one of my kin was also done in? Or is that a statement by Sandoreale that you're evening the score?
Evening the score for what, Warwick? I am ashamed to say that I am out of control of my house. I've clawed it back, but that assassination was never ordered by me, and is counter to everything that we have tried for. I have not yet been able to find who the perpetrator was.
I need you to reassure me that you individually will be able to get control of Sandoreale as a house, for your armies, for your people. If we are going to continue this alliance to make sure that Bantiv has the most chance of continuing on with good stewardship, I need to be reassured that you're able to do this. Or that you're going to be able to, I don't know, leave the path open for one of your kin to take over in your brother's stead, if that's what it takes.
I am the rightful heir to House Sandoreale, and there is no disputing that. Indeed, I am offended that you would suggest that this might not be the case, and I don't need. It doesn't help my cause at all within my own house to have outside influences questioning even that. I feel like, Mads, we're sort of riffing a bit at the moment.
Yeah.
Which I'm cool with. I just want to make sure that I haven't lost track of who's talking about what.
Oh, no. I mean, like, we're following the conversation of, like, can you take control of your house? Because if you can't, you need to, let it go to one of your kinsmen that can, that can do this. I have not seen your interest or your able lieutenancy, I suppose, to see or observe what your capabilities are, Alisdair. This is not a personal attack of your heir.
I was never groomed for this. I was never meant to be. Martin Martin was the one. He was trained for this and excellent, and I'm not going to deny that. But with his passing, I am still my father's son, and I will control House Sandoreale. We are much diminished, and if anything, that will help me wrest control and make sure that I absolutely am the leader of this house. I apologize that in the mess of transition that I was not able to keep my fellows in check.
Saskia was one of our best and brightest. I hope to get you to commit to finding and routing out whatever poisoned root in your house was the one who, whether purposefully or even accidentally, killed her. Can I do that? Can you do that?
Absolutely. I have already started this investigation to see who could possibly have betrayed our house, presumably in some strange fit of madness to conduct this crime.
And if it is a personal grudge against me, then have them meet me on the field if necessary. I will willingly take them to task.
I am my father's son, and this is my house, and I will clean my house.
I wish to continue the relationship between our houses, Alisdair. Know that for certain. But, again, I know you not as well as I did your brother.
We will do what we can. I commit our house to doing what we can to help you guide and lead our wonderful nation to prosperity. It has always been our aim to do so. What help we can give, I am strained to imagine, given our circumstances, but what help we have, we will gladly give.
I've always depended on the support of Sandoreale, and been feeling very generous, especially in light of Martin's passing. In return, what favor do you ask of me?
A simple one. I simply ask for your faith.
I will give it. We should enjoy the rest of this meal, and you can enjoy the rest of my limited hospitality here, and I appreciate you coming to see me and be willing to at least give an answer for what happened to Saskia.
And Alisdair will reach to place his hand on yours will you let him?
Yes.
And he looks into your eyes and says, we all mourn for Martin, and I am so sorry that what was the name of your general? That your general was cut down in her prime. Let us use this meal to mark a new beginning of our relationship, one between our houses and one between you and myself.
So mocked. And he'll take his other hand and will lift up his wine glass. You know, to Martin.
To Martin.
Clink. Yep. All right. So da 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 da. Shuffle. Shuffle. And then we'll just take a card and pull it back. So go ahead and take that card. That's
Oh yeah, thank you.
in there.
Sorry.
Yep.
This is something, isn't it? Yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do. Okay. Cool. All right. Now it is your turn.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm going to do an intrigue and muster, and I'm going to try and not bore everyone by spending the next 10 minutes.
It's just remember, just not your house.
Yeah. I mean, I think, so intrigue and muster.
Mhm.
House Oake fosters several young princes and princesses overseas in the households of House Luneste. Deal one card each from the deck to houses Luneste and Oake face up.
Face up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the one that I get. It's a 10 of diamonds.
Okay, 5 of diamonds. Let's see. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm up to 6, so I gotta get rid of 1. Okay.
So you, David.
Yep.
Okay.
Discard. Okay. Down to 5. Okay.
Yep, me too.
Alrighty. How does Luna? How do we explain that? That that several of my kin have gone overseas to Luneste to be fostered.
Is this part of the peace treaty?
Yeah,
That could be,
I was
yeah.
gonna say it's a little cultural fusion in an effort to cultivate peace.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good way to do it. Yeah, and actually, it kind of makes sense because since like Warwick is well traveled, then usually I think they'd send the other kin as well outward to get a handle on other things. If anything, maybe also the princelings will learn different techniques and stuff from Luneste as well. So it just adds to
Sure.
our knowledge base. So that makes sense. Okay, cool. All right, and with that is David. Your turn again.
We've got a couple of new people, like new player characters for this session. So there's Agate and Alisdair. Agate, would you be up for a reunion, maybe? Like we know each other and
Where is this reunion happening?
let me look at the list of sites. I kind of dig this list of sites and strongholds and stuff. Would you be up to meet at my stronghold at Enstane, which is our House Luneste's first foothold in Bantive.
Okay.
Cool. So it's a stronghold, I imagine, seaside, like most of our strongholds would be. Um, well, unless no, this one's inland. This is from like the days gone by, whenever we had more claim um to the kingdom legally. Okay. So that's where we're meeting, and then we choose one by agreement. Um. Oh well,
Okay.
that's what I just said. Yeah, let's say that it's an um estate of my family, meeting as host and guest, if that sounds
All right.
good. Cool. So then, I ask you, how do you look to me?
Oh, how do I want to phrase this? It's all right if I say hot. I mean,
Sure.
I think this is like I think I'm wearing some really flattering like kind of leathers and I'm in my riding gear. Like I'm in some really flattering riding gear.
Nice.
Because I've had to ride out to like, come here obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How do you look to me?
I think that I am. I don't want to say like royal clothing because I don't want to make it seem as though I'm trying to send a message with that. Um, so in that case, let's say that I'm wearing like the sort of things that one would wear if they were like traveling at sea. So for me, because I am royalty, it's still nicer, but it has, I think, a little bit more mobility about it. So it's sort of like um a dress, but not like an extremely luxurious one that requires multiple people to help me get into it. It's one that I could kind of throw on and travel in or fight in or whatever I needed to do there.
Okay. What's the occasion for this? Why am I traveling out to your estate?
I wonder if there's like something like I could sort of steal from the intrigue and mustard bit.
I mean, you did just have that loss in the military conflict. It could be like nominally about that, even though we're framing this as a reunion. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe maybe there's like an ancestral weapon or something that belongs to House Antyre that I'm returning to you. Um, or maybe some possession of Cyril's that I'm returning to you. Because I want the relations between our house and in particular the connection that I had with Cyril to kind of be the focal point.
sure,
Um,
you can play it that way, is what I think
so
as a
okay.
character. You
Oh,
you
okay.
want you want to talk about Cyril, not about us, right?
Oh.
Well, it's reunion, so we know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ascended to Cyril's position, or are you kind of your own
We're House Ant here. We look fuck position. Like,
okay. There's not as much of a hierarchy, at least.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a I forget what the word is. We have a conclave to decide the heir. We don't it's not the firstborn. It's not primogeniture.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Like elected
Okay.
chiefs or something?
Yeah, elected chiefs, but also like, like while everyone talks about like, the firstborn, like the firstborn thing is like a rather late medieval development. like for a lot of medieval history, like it's either divided up among the children or the heirs, or like there's like an elected heir among like viable heirs.
So I think we ask questions. I
Yeah,
think we
it
each
says you
get
go
one basically.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so these questions are largely just about first impressions, and then we kind of go from there by the looks of it.
Whoever's going first has to ask the opening question.
Oh, which is when did we last see each other? Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So I have to ask you when we last saw one another.
when
And
did we
then you
last
get
see
a
each other?
reunion question in return.
I think did your mother like did they take a tour of these lands since rightfully you guys know that you're the rightful rulers, so she took you on a rule of your domain even though you technically don't
Hmm.
have get to act are not actually rulers here. um like I think was this when we were younger that we met.
Sure, like whilst I was on this so-called tour.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So we were what? Do you think children then if I was traveling with my mother?
Yeah, or youths.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, and
So
I'll
then
say, and
yeah,
then
go
I
ahead.
ask a reunion question. Or I
Okay.
guess like is that's right?
Yes, yeah, I think you basically get to sort of do that. I answer and then um from there you make a closing offer. So you kind of get the last word.
Okay. I was so in love with you then, and I wonder if I'll still feel it. Are you as beautiful now as you were then?
Well, I mean, I think I'm more beautiful.
So I think there is this, like I said, oh, yeah, you want to talk about my brother. That's definitely why you asked me to come here, at least in my mind. I
Oh,
think there's like I do say, Kamissa, even more beautiful than the last time we met. Let's continue with stealing time together, shall we?
ooh, okay. Sure.
Okay, so
So we
whichever we
transition to
choose,
that.
we each draw a card first, and then we transition to that other game.
Oh, so we draw another card.
We shouldn't have drawn any cards yet.
Oh, I might be getting mixed up with the no, I'm getting mixed up with that muster, or not muster, yeah, the intrigue and muster move. So we each draw one card here.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I'm going to discard that one.
Okay. I've got mine discarded.
Okay, so we do stealing time together. We already know who our partner is. Decide together how the two of you came to be stealing time. Um, like we kind of came as an official meeting. Is is it like later in the evening now? Um, where do we think this is? Is
Um, Perhaps like like a garden?
okay. Is this Elias and illicit in any way?
I don't think it would be.
Okay. Okay, and it says we each draw a card again.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I revealed it, but whatever. Um, mm, mm.
Okay. Do I go ahead and discard now? I
Um,
guess I can do that later, I suppose.
yeah, we discard now, I think, because there's no
Okay.
reason. Okay.
Okay. Um, so then we ask each other, how do you look to me and what's your mood? Would you like to go first?
I think my leathers are off. I think I'm wearing I think this is like the first time I'm like wearing a proper Hmm. Yeah, I think this is the first time I'm wearing a proper dress. Like this is the first time. Like usually at this point we've seen my character armored. I think this is the first time we see my character in a dress. I think my hair, usually up for riding, is down in like a tangle of curls.
Hmm. I think that I have changed into what amounts to evening attire. Um, so going from kind of like working, traveling clothes to something that's a bit more um silky and flowy and sort of intended for relaxation. And let me see, we have to determine our mood too.
Playful. You know,
Oh, okay.
I still think that like this whole oh, we need to come and talk about your brother thing was um, you know, whether or not that's true, that's what that's what Agatha thinks.
Right. Um, I think I am sort of competing between nervous and relaxed. Like I want to make sure that this meeting goes well, and that I'm able to kind of, uh, transparently speaking, secure kind of the alliance that I'm hoping to get. Um, but you're also just a fun person to be around, and I have fond memories of us spending time together, and so that puts me at ease a little bit.
Okay.
So then we converse naturally, and then go back and forth doing overtures and answers. Um, until we close the scene or someone else closes the scene once we get to three. So I'm going to, I think, begin by it's sort of like catching up and maybe asking more detailed questions about how you arrived kind of in the position that you're in now and what you've been doing and all the time that we've left and just kind of getting reacquainted with you. Um, I think I'll also offer my sympathies regarding your brother and ask how you're doing.
I I pause and think, and I'm more my brother, of course. But well, there's little time for mourning in this day and age. The great houses are at war, and you can see that they think little of what beyond what power they can they can wield. They think nothing of what effect their rule will have for the common people. I touch your fingertips, may I? As my hand reaches down and kind of brushes against your fingertip.
Hmm. I say, you may. I'm trying to think
Okay.
if there's anything I want to do first, but yes.
Okay.
Um, I'll just say you may for now, for the sake of moving this forward. So then, I think that I'll say, in a way that I think sounds a little bit rehearsed, but nonetheless sincere, that your brother your brother's courage to preserve the traditions of my people um meant a great deal to me, and I've taken it upon myself to um make, I think, to exact justice for his death. um I'll talk about my efforts to um take the castle um of House Oak and the way that we were rebuked in the field. Um, and I ask if we can agree that you and I are on the same side in that regard, in that we both are pretty vehemently opposed to House Oak. So I'll ask you if you feel the same way in that regard.
Hmm. And what does justice mean to you, Kamissa? Because that's what I'm curious about.
Hmm. Hmm. I want to see it that Warwick pays for their bloodshed. Not necessarily with their life, but at least ensuring that they um, do not ascend to the throne.
Hmm. You say that there can be, you say that um as if there was no bloodshed. You yourself marched against Warwick. What of those men and women that died for you and him and them? Are they less worthy? Are they more worthy of dying than Warwick themselves? I touch your shoulder, may I?
Um, you may. But first I want you to um tell me whether I can count on your support should this come to war, this feud between House Oak and um House Luneste.
House Oak and Dillistone have never been friends in Antyre. And but at the same time, Yeah. Have never been friends of Antyre. But House Antyre is not like the other houses, unanswerable to its people. We cannot throw ourselves to a cause of putting a without knowing that the clans will be protected by whoever gains the throne. It is so warm in here. Do you mind? And I gesture at some of the ties on my bodice. It is just the two of us, after all. I loosen my own armor, my own clothing. May I?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I understood your answer. You basically
I'm
said
saying
that you.
we agree. We're against them, but we also need to know that you are going to support the rights of the clans.
Oh well that's easy. Yeah, I'm happy um to do that or to permit that. Um, no, I think that people have the right to self-determination. So with that said, feel free to loosen your clothing.
I mean, yeah, it's an interesting position for an imperial power to take, but okay. Um, uh, yeah, I loosen my clothes. Um, but is that all you wanted from me, Kamissa? We came here to discuss my brother and the war?
Well, I did want to get reacquainted.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Look, I made a lot of overtures, so
You've made three out of the three at this point. Um,
we're
well,
I lean back onto a tape onto like a stone table that is out here in the garden.
hmm. I will place my hand upon yours, if I may, and kind of like lie next to you, which is an overture.
You may not, and instead I not only touch but kiss you. May I?
Um, let's say yes and draw a curtain upon what follows.
Okay. So we need to, this is going to be really awkward. We need to show one another our entire hands.
Yeah.
How about, I'm wondering what the easiest way of doing this
I
is.
I can
Screenshot
just
or type in like,
DM it
what your
to
hand
you.
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
And
gonna
again, you can do the private chat in the Zoom, like,
Right.
directly DM each other. So that's fine. Whichever works for you
Okay.
guys.
So we'll do that, and you guys, whoever goes next can decide on what their game is.
Okay.
we're
So
coming on the yeah.
given the time, basically it would come back around to you, Steven. Oh wait, hold on. Were you the one that picked this game for stealing time together?
Kamissa picked the game,
Oh,
and
okay,
then we
got it.
moved into stealing time together.
Okay. All right. So
It might be time because you're right. We have like half an hour left to go into
yeah,
coronation.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, we can either do like a quick thing of war where like everybody's like, I think we know who's allied with whom at this point. So we could try doing that. Whoops. Or we could go straight to the endgame coronation, which is a bunch of pulling cards, showing cards, and then narration of what happens because of what we show. I played this in a one shot like earlier in the week, so I kind of already kind of know how this works. So if we go right to endgame coronation, this is the last game of play. Everyone plays. Everyone draws one last card. And if you choose, you can pass one card from your hand to an ally. Don't discuss it.
So that's
Okay.
that's what we're doing, Matt.
I think that
Yeah,
should be what we do.
I think so
Yeah.
as well. I just wanted to make so
Yeah.
we're all going to draw a card. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do we have enough cards left in the pile?
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah, we'll need to reshuffle the discard.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I pull a
And
card.
also a thing to note is that
Cool.
there are a couple things about the end game.
Mhm.
Twos and jacks bring
Mhm.
doom on the land if they're in anyone's hand at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh, dear.
also, even if you don't win, you get to be an ascendant house if you have the most
Suits.
different suits in your hand,
Different
and you're not
suits,
the
yeah.
winner.
Yeah. Exactly.
I still need to draw one. Should I just reshuffle the discard pile and
Yeah.
draw from it?
Reshuffle the discard pile by hitting the number and then say shuffle.
Okay,
and
shuffle
then
stack.
and then pick. Yep. And then pick
Okay,
from it.
done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then do I have to discard one to make
Yeah,
up for it?
I'm keeping it to except for war. I mean, everybody should be only up to 5 at this point. Okay.
So we've all taken one.
Yeah, we should all have taken one, and then if like you just check your hand. If you have more than 5, like get down to 5, right? So start sticking stuff into the discard pile as needed. So reveal your hands. So now
Well,
this is
hang
where
on, hang on.
What?
What?
Does anyone want to give one card?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hopefully it's not going to be the wrong thing.
Okay.
That is Warwick.
Okay. And then let me discard because I have to. And then let me give one to you. I don't know if that puts you into weirdness, Tiest, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you one anyway. Give me a second.
I'm doing some thinking. 1 second.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. And Steven, did you give anyone any cards yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a card.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it right there next to my.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Are we good? Like everybody figured out
Yep.
what they want to do? Okay. Start pulling your hand out, and then we're going to reveal. People are not going to like what I have. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
All right. And reveal. Boop.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so the player with the most face cards, including aces, is the heir assumptant. In case of a tie, go by the highest card.
So it's Ace of
Well,
Spades versus Ace of Clubs, right?
Hearts
Yeah.
are higher than diamonds, are higher than clubs, are higher than spades. So I think it is Warwick is the winner here.
Wins by.
No. I think. Wait, hold on. I think. In case of ties, so spades are higher than clubs.
Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. Sorry. Yeah, spades are higher than clubs. So
So you
I'm
win.
the winner. Yep.
You're the winner. Yeah. Okay. And then for the player with the most suits represented in their hand is the house ascendant. And if there's a tie, then all tying houses are ascendant. Hold on.
I've got
looks
one
like-
of each.
I've
Yeah, it
got.
looks like David
3.
is.
Is it David? Is it Luneste?
Yeah, I've got exactly one of each.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got Antyre being the heir assumptant, and then we've got Luneste being the house ascendant. I've got 3 jacks. I got doom cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I've
we're
got a
gonna go in.
2
We're
there,
gonna go in
too.
order. We're gonna go in order for this. So, The coronation. That Heir Assumptant is crowned. Heir Assumptant, answer these
Heir.
questions. Heir, sorry. Heir!
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. What's the nature of the ceremony? And which houses are invited to attend? Which are forced to attend?
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the question that I have. Because I do think it is going to be, because well, we can restore the old ways now. We can have the burning god and that. And the crown of Briar and Ash. I also want to know though, and this is the question. I do invite House need need to remind me, Luneste. Kamissa, are will you be the royal consort? Like consort here being like you're or like that's what you call the person who like is married to the ruler but is not like in line for the throne, right? Like they don't inherit the crown if the ruler dies, is the thing.
Oh, I see. And is that directed at who?
Kamissa.
Oh, yeah, put me in.
I
That sounds
I think
good.
in that case, we also have a priest of what is it? Like we talked about how you have strange alien bloodless gods, but like who would you have like represent your gods at the ceremony?
Um, Probably priestess.
Okay. Yep, okay. In that case, I will advise because I do want to. I do want to like have that. You see, that's our world's version of the Mandalorian. It's a bounty hunter with a little baby Cthulhu.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Anyway, we do also have a priestess of your gods here as well. Um, and let's see, what was the other questions here? Who is invited? What do you think, Kamissa? Should we invite House Oak? Because Sandoreale is definitely not getting an invite, but I'm wondering about House Oak.
I mean, House Oak slew your brother. Are you? I mean,
I
that's.
know, but at the same time, we won. So,
It's okay with me.
okay. So we will invite House Oak. The thing is, like, it's the whole thing that like House Oak, as much as I dislike them, they are the servant house. Whereas Sandoreale is like, oh, they're just like Dillastone, but without the claim to nobility. Um, so yeah, I don't think Dillastone or Sandoreale are invited. And oh, I guess that's actually right. Do we want to force Oak to attend instead of invite them?
Oh, but you're
Like,
forced to attend.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, force
exactly.
them to attend. If we can. Warwick isn't ascendant. We might arrest Warwick. Yeah. Warwick's there as a prisoner representative of their house.
Can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Prisoner of the state. Yeah. It's for sure. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Okay, so I think we know who's personally attending the ceremony.
Yep.
Uh which of us personally support the new which of you guys personally support the new crown? 'Cause- 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 'cause Kamissa, are you personally supporting the new crown?
As for me,
Yeah, because this is something we need. Which of
oh, we
us
all have to
personally
ask,
support
yeah.
the new crown? Yeah.
I do.
Warwick, do you personally support the new crown?
Hmm. Well, being imprisoned, I mean, like, support in that way, I suppose. But can
You
also
can say
understand.
no. You're our prisoners.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, pop, mostly not, you know. But I can understand, like, like deep down that, you know, you're gonna feel some kind of way about it because it's like, I slew your brother.
Yeah.
So
And this is
absolutely.
this also because there's another question of like you might not support the new crown, but do you continue to fight it? And like it that sounds like it might be a no to that second question. Uh Alisdair, do you personally support the new crown?
Personally, no. He killed my
Okay.
brother.
Uh who will personally fight or continue to fight against the new crown?
Even though I can't, I mean, I'm probably going to, you know, have those of my house that are still able to, like, work with Sandoreale and then kind of, you know, if not fight, then go against what
Sounds
we
like
don't
fight.
believe in. Yeah. So,
Oh, I
Uh,
guess yeah, it's which was will personally fight. Do you personally fight the new crown, Alistair?
no, no.
Okay.
It would put his house too much in danger, and we are in such a beleaguered state that no, even after the very generous donation from Oak, we're in no position to do anything apart from quiesce.
Okay. So our house ascendant. Do you serve the new crown, support the new crown, call the new crown to heel, or openly oppose the new crown? Which of those do you think is Kamissa's role, Kamissa and your house's role?
I see it as supportive coexistence. I think that I maintain allegiance to my house and my traditions, but um, I still respect your authority over the kingdom and um, will support the decisions that you make. Does that sound like
Yeah,
supporting the
and I
crown
think
or?
I grant I yeah, that sounds true. That sounds the case. I think I grant your house due respect. Like I think that I support the rights of your house, even if hmm, like I'd look to Kamissa for leadership. I don't know if I'd look to your house for leadership, is the thing.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Um, oh, actually, no, it says if you have a Doom card in your hand, you can play it now, or else discard it unplayed.
oh, I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, Jack of Clubs, the new crown falls ill and can no longer rule. Yay. Oops.
That's
Man.
okay. That's what we have Kamissa right there.
But then I'm also going to play, because if I have more than one Doom card, play as many of them as you want in any order. Okay, so Jack of Hearts. And maybe this is the outcome, because, oh no, I don't have Jack of Hearts, sorry. Oh God. Sorry. Um, oh God, do I do this?
Like
Oh,
there
let's
are a
make it
bunch here.
tragic. Let's make it tragic. Okay, Jack of Spades. The new crown is
Okay.
assassinated on the throne. Game of Thrones. There we go.
Goodness gracious.
Sorry. Bantu's in trouble.
It definitely
Yeah.
wasn't a Sandoreale assassin. Definitely not.
Hmm. Oh man. So yeah. Yeah. So
David, are you going to play your Doom card? I think you
Uh,
should.
I would, but it says it's an outlandish new faith that would take hold among the
New
common
face to this
people.
country.
Yeah.
I mean, is it some kind of syncretic tradition that sees the burning god, like either your country's faith incorporated into the faith of the burning god, or is the burning god like ascended to like, a saint within your faith? Like, is that the kind of new faith that takes?
With these kinds of, because if we're thinking of this as somewhat medieval, it's true. If there's ever a royal marriage, there's some kind of religious conversion happening. So,
Yeah.
so let's go with let's say that there's a syncretic kind of thing. I'll go ahead and play my two of hearts.
Okay.
And yeah, goodness gracious, this is a culturally, financially, politically, this kingdom is not long for the world. We are falling apart.
So
Well, I mean,
which actual jacks did you play, Warwick?
I played the Jack of Clubs. New Crown falls ill and can no longer rule, and then I played Jack of Spades. New Crown is
Okay,
assassinated
well,
on throne.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So
okay.
we didn't play the
Yeah,
diamonds.
okay.
Yeah, because then we have a 1 year later question to answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, new religion, new faith.
Right. Yeah, we're putting that down.
Okay. Alrighty. 1 year later, take turns around one last time. On your turn, answer this question. Given all this, 1 year later, where are you? If you're not dead. Oh,
Ooh, you know what? You know what I want to say? I think I'm now Saint Agatha. I think that I like we talked about the
Mm,
syncretic faith.
hmm
I think that
yeah.
Agatha is now like worshipped by the common people as
Yes.
like the like as a divine, as like a divine figure, like their medium to the gods.
Because in your illness, you probably created like this bridge, between you and the gods, and you're like, now
Well, and you
considered
killed
a.
me, so.
Yeah, I mean, like you're ill, whatever. So it works. Um,
Well, I'm ill and then you assassinate.
oh, I wasn't sure whether you're ill and then you were assassinated, or if then Kamissa went to rule and then she's assassinated. So I wasn't sure how that worked. So anyway, whichever.
But I'm the crown. Kamissa
Okay,
is not the crown.
got it. Okay.
And I don't have a right to the crown through.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now's
But
the
now
now's
that
the time
yeah,
that
we
like
have another
now
civil war going on.
like there's this
Yeah.
big religious movement. Is Kamissa? I mean, we'll come to that where Kamissa is in all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
an idea.
But I think that what I'm saying is that there is like a widespread religious movement opposed to the powers of the other houses.
Mm. 1 year later.
When you say opposed to the powers of the other houses, Stephen, do you mean
Mostly not Lunesta.
the ones other than Luneste?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea as to kind of what I'm doing.
I think. I think 1 year later. I want to think that because of like the weird upheaval and such, um, with Agate, falling ill, getting killed, I feel like there was enough upheaval that Oak was able to kind of break in and squirrel Warwick away, and I think we've what's the word? We've fortified one of our palaces, forts, whatever it is, and we've Warwick has retired to that, wanting to protect the interests of their people, and we're doing our thing our way, in our own little isolated conclave, if you will, and we're watching, we're observing the the movement, the religious movement, like how it's affecting things politically and everything like that. So we're kind of at this point, 1 year later, keeping our heads down and observing to see what's happening. So we're Sandoreale.
Yep. So Alisdair has also been assassinated, as he never gained the faith of House Sandoreale. And they now and therefore there is no House Sandoreale because he was the last in line. The remnants who tried to create the new house, to take over the power of that house, are now a bunch of zealots running around the country, mainly attacking these new churches, as they see them as the example of how the country has been corrupted by foreign forces. Not nice people.
I'm thinking that for Kamissa, if I was the consort of a saint, that gives me some authority. And so maybe I have sort of somehow become this like war priestess who is trying to rally in kind of like trying to rally like a Constantinian unity uh throughout Bantiv, to try to unite the disparate houses under one borderline theocratic banner. Like it's getting really Holy Roman Empire up in here, or at least trying to. Yeah, but no, we're gonna go with War Priestess.
Nice. Amazing. And Dillstone has faded into the background and probably have run off with their infant heir, since they've been pushed out and such. But that is our playthrough of The King is Dead, a role-playing game. So thank you so much for joining me at this table. If you have time, it's like, just give some stars, for like last session, this session, the whole game, whatever you like. And yeah. I just want to say, the way everything rounded out, for the second part was just lovely. I wish Guy was here, to be able to play, Dillstone and then really see how it was going to pan out with the houses' rivalries and such. But, I think it worked out perfectly with, the duos and all that kind of stuff. And I really, really enjoyed the depth of the questions that Agate had for Kamissa, even while being playful and flirty and everything like that. There was some really deep thoughts there about what do you consider justice, and things about Warwick, what Warwick was doing with their little skirmishes against Luneste and everything. That was pretty cool with Agate being a new character. And then Alisdair was also kind of cool in his own way as well. Definitely not his brother, but still was very much a character on his own. So it kind of really showed a contrast of you may be House Sandoreale, but when it gets to be a mess, it can be sticky even in your own house, because the leadership has changed and that could cause problems. And then of course Kamissa, just get that intimate time. I love it. But just still so poised, still regal in, their dealings with such. And still graceful in, even in war, even in the skirmishes. So, I mean, like, going for the terms of peace, that's cool. I mean, like, didn't want to have too much bloodshed on your side for your people, which is great. So, I mean, like, I can see that being as kind-hearted as you are, if I recall correctly. So yeah, I mean, I think all these characters were wonderful to see in action, and like all the games. I think the only one that we hadn't played was an animated disagreement, and that's fine. But I mean, yeah, it was awesome playing this game with all of you. So yeah, stars for everybody.
Yeah, likewise. I liked getting to test out the war game. I'm glad we had time for that. I really liked the scene with um, uh, Stephen and I in the garden, and I agree. I thought Stephen, you asked really, really um, poignant questions that really I think fit the theme of the game a lot. Um, and Tiest, I can't remember the last time someone died twice in one session. So big stars for that. That's good. I really dig the game. It took me a
Yeah.
second to kind of. I think the one part that I got a little stuck on, which if I were to play a Firebrands game again, I would just do more reading ahead of time. But um, you kind of have to like learn the rules to all the games, like as you pick which one you're doing. So I got a little slowed down, being like, hang on, I have to read the rules for this to determine if it's something that I want to do. Um, but that's an easy fix. I'll just make sure to read stuff ahead next time.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of the games usually have like the same kind of format. But depending on the randomization, like whether it be cards, whether it be like, added dice or what have you, I mean, like, or flipping a coin even, I mean, you just don't know like what is going to cause the twist or cause the change or whatever. So, I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's just a quick of like, what is the setup? Like, why are you doing this particular game, right? I mean, like, and you would just pick it and then just follow through with all the directions. So, but everybody did great. So,
Yeah, I would agree that. Uh, you've all mentioned all the wonderful stuff that has happened. I loved it all. I loved Stephen being absolutely ruthless when it came to Martin. Um, and uh, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe this shows how I play stuff, but yeah, I don't know, David, if you really need to know the rules for all of them, because I think there are enough that you sort of forget anyway, right? And so I'm quite happy to go, what's something that, feels like a good thing to throw in here? Yeah, but yeah, I just really enjoy this game. It's good.
Yeah. Um, well, stars to Mads for murdering queer love. That's apparently Mads' goal, just for folks who are watching. Um, uh, yeah, and really for just going for it, trying to see how much you could destroy even if you're losing. That was good. Um, I definitely was thinking now of like how you could use this as like a starting point for like a more traditional role-playing game. Um, I feel like it sets up a kind of history and set of conflicts really well.
Hmm. Oh, mute, sorry, no.
thank you. I think because of the playability of every game, except for, of course, Endgame Coronation, I mean, like, you can do all sorts of different combinations, like, see how it comes out. And then definitely with something like Intrigue and Muster, of course, plot twists galore. And you can extend this to obviously further than a two shot, to really stretch it out and see how people tactically play this game with the cards themselves as well as the narrative to see how things twist and turn around each other. So I mean, this is very enjoyable, and I'm not even usually like, you know, very much into court games or political games or anything like that, but this is really cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you all very much for joining me at my table. So yeah, that's ended our playthrough, and I thank you all again very much. Happy gaming to you all, and hopefully we'll be able to game again soon, very soon. All right.
Thank you for facilitating.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.